Today I am giving you non-food items that you should have for your emergency kit, your emergency stash, prepping, survival, whatever you want to call it. But these are the things that are non-food that I have for my emergency stash. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we put up new videos. Hello, I am Tara, the author of the Dining on a Dime cookbook, where you can eat better, spend less. We have a new hardcover with full color pictures and over 1,200 recipes and tips to help you save money on your grocery bill. Check it out at livingonadime.com. A small portable shovel. Now, I lived in tornado country for more than half of my life. If you get buried in your basement, a small portable shovel really helps. It also helps to keep one in your car. So if you get stuck in the mud, I have slid off the road before, got stuck in the mud. If you get stuck in the snow, been stuck in the snow before, then you can dig yourself out. These are small, they're like 18 inches, they fold up, really good to have on hand. A hatchet. If you need to build a fire, a hatchet, an axe, something like that, to cut wood up is going to be a necessity. A pocket knife. Some type of pocket knife that, like a Swiss Army knife, that kind of thing. That has lots of little gadgets on it. Can opener, a knife, all those little things, toothpick that are in that little Swiss Army knife. That is a great handy tool to always have on hand. I would keep one in the car and I would keep one in your emergency area if you have to do like a basement for tornadoes, that kind of thing. Flashlights. This one's always obvious, but it's amazing how many people forget flashlights. Once again, have the flashlights in there. To go with that, batteries. You need to have batteries. I have found the best place to buy batteries, the cheapest, that last the longest. I did a battery test. I'll put a link up here and in the description below to the video, but I did a battery test, and the Kirkland from Costco and the Amazon were the best batteries. So those are the cheapest that lasted the longest. Matches. Make sure you have matches in case you need to start a fire. And I wouldn't necessarily do a lighter, but matches. Also put them in a watertight container so that if you're in hurricanes or if you have flooding, anything like that, you can make sure that they're waterproof. Charcoal. This kind of goes along with the matches, but have a couple of bags of charcoal in case you need to cook food. That way you don't have to waste propane if you have charcoal, or if you run out of propane, you will have charcoal so that you can cook your food. Tarps. Tarps make a great shelter. Tarps are good for covering things. Tarps are a really handy thing to have on hand. You can do all kinds of things with it, but you don't need a ton, just one or two, but at least have one or two on there, or in your prep. What do I say? One or two in your emergency stash. Next is duct tape. Duct tape is really handy to repair a lot of things. If you need to tape up something, it will hold tight. And that's what you need. You know, if you have to tape up a bag, a suitcase, something like that, something breaks like that, your clothes, anything like that, duct tape comes in really handy. Clorox. Now, bleach, guys, don't forget the bleach. I know with the virus stuff that we've had going on, bleach is huge. But really, if you can find bleach, get it. I have seen bleach at Costco. I've seen it at Walmart. I've seen it at Dollar Tree, and I've seen it at Big Lots and Save-A-Lot. All those places, Kroger, I've seen it at all those places. Now, you may have to catch a time when they just restock, so I would go in the morning, probably about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning is usually when they're just about getting done restocking, and you can find it then. Bug spray. Bug spray is really handy so that you don't get eaten alive by mosquitoes if you end up living in a place where it has a lot of mosquitoes and you have to be outside for a long time. So bug spray is really handy. A toolkit. Have a basic toolkit. Pliers, screwdriver, wire cutters. Wire cutters are really good. You know, a good knife, a hammer, a few nails, those kinds of things. Wire, get some baling wire, something like that. Stones, bricks, cinder blocks, whatever for a rocket stove. I'm going to do a video on a full rocket stove, but you want some cinder blocks or something like this for a rocket stove. Rocket stove is easy to make, uses very little wood, very handy. Get you some cinder blocks or something like that to make yourself a rocket stove. A good cookbook. Once again, I know, dining on a dime cookbook, but guys, we have graham crackers, we've got saltines, we've got tortillas, we've got how to make salsa. We have all the basic recipes, homemade taco seasoning, all those, homemade mustard, mayonnaise, all those kinds of things in there so that if you can't get ingredients for something, if you have something at home already, you can make it with those ingredients that you already have on hand. So get a good basic cookbook like Dining on a Dime. A medical book. Get a good basic medical book that tells you how to take care of basic medical things. Like, if you have to, how to stitch somebody up, how to deliver a baby, what to do for stomach issues, that kind of thing. But a good basic medical book. It's not replacing doctor care, but if you can't get to a doctor or something like that, you're going to need to know what to do. A gardening book. If you've never gardened before and you need to learn how to garden really quick, a good basic old-fashioned gardening book. I would go to the thrift store and look through their gardening books and get an old one. They seem to be a lot more practical than the ones today. A repair book. How to repair things around your house. So stuff like how to fix your toilet, how to fix a dripping or broken faucet. Those types of basic repairs, if you can't get a repair person, you're going to need to do yourself, and you're going to need to figure out how to do it. Especially if you don't have YouTube. You know, if you lose power or something and you don't have YouTube. And then I would get a good like homesteading type book. Our mom and I's favorite one is the Encyclopedia of Country Living by Carla Emery. That's our favorite one. I actually have 3 copies of it. I love it so much. But get a basic homesteading book. That way, if you need to learn how to do things, it's all in there. It can help you learn how to do it so that you can take care of yourself and your family. So that's it, guys. That's some basic non-food items that every person should just have on hand in general, just to make life easier if something happens. Like when we had the floods in 2013, this is 2020. Like when we had the floods in 2013, our town was literally cut off from getting out. We had 3 rivers that flooded and we couldn't get groceries, nothing. We couldn't get out. When I lived in Idaho, we lived in a small town and there was flooding and then there was a mudslide. And we literally could not get out of our town for several weeks because the road was closed. And so I know that seems crazy, even if you're living in the city, but I would really suggest you get these things just to have them on hand. We have a free printable for you guys. If you go to livingonadime.com, I'll put it up here and in the description below. $5 stock up. How to start stocking up for just $5 a week. I hope this gives you some great ideas. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. We'll see you guys next time.